Hey, just so you know, if you go to the Zenless Zero website itself, you can find this recap very easily. Just go to the news and info, and there you go. You find the recap of the Virtual Revenge Special Program. I just found out about it myself recently. It's yeah. Before this, I was just using Reddit, so it was kind of a new thing for me. Anyways, let's get into it. This is gonna be a somewhat interesting because I've seen a few bits of it, and I think the best part is the new endgame content. I really like where this is going. I really like where Hoyoverse is going, and we're gonna talk about it, okay? As much as possible. There is a lot of complaints as well, of course. Of course, there's gonna be complaints. This is my channel. I always try to say something bad about every games that I enjoy. Anyway, let's get to this illustration first. I really like all the illustration Hoyoverse made in their game. Honestly, Zenzo Zero has probably the best illustration. And this is Yanagi, and you can see Miyabi right here. I believe this is Miyabi because if you go to the characters and you go to the session 6, I know a lot of characters have like the same hairstyle, the bangs thing. They have the same bangs. Like Jane do also have the same bangs as well. But Miyabi is the only character that have those eyes. It seems like the story quest that they're trying to focus on this patch, the next patch, is gonna be about the Session 6 team, right? With the Yanagi and Miyabi in the background and all that stuff. But we do have like the Sons of Collider, which is lighter right here, and he has a really cool artwork here as well. Also, the lighter new story quest, Agent Story, it has such a cool 2D platform format of this game, and I really like what they're doing here. It's so good, and I wish they added more into that someday in the future. Maybe it's gonna be like a new mini game where you can only focus on the 2D platform of the characters. Now let me just say that the combat, the fighting style of the characters doesn't change much, but having the 2D platform really makes the game even better in a way. A lot of people do enjoy 2D platform games, and you can cater to to this player base as well. We are gonna be getting new characters, which is Yanagi and Lighter. Let me clarify that I will not be pulling for either of these characters because right now, even currently, I'm pulling for Bernice. I am F2P, and I'm going to stay that way as long as I possibly can. It seems like this game is just that easy, and I don't need to pay for anything at the moment. I think if you pay for this game, yeah, it kind of ruins everything, to be honest. Because this game is just super easy. You don't really need to try really hard to beat the end game content of the game. It is very enjoyable, it is very addictive, and I have no problem with it. So why would I need to pay for the characters, right? And as of now, I've been getting rewards left and right as well. This game is very rewarding, and I honestly have no issues with how things are going, and I don't need these characters, especially when I believe this lighter character is going to be a stunner as well. And recently, I've also just got Koleda, which is also a fire stunner, and I'm just really confused with what I'm trying to do with all these teams combined with the Balabok team, Sons of Collidum team, and the Session 6 team. There's just so many teams that try to group up together, and I'm kind of meshing up all the teams together as well. It's very it gets very complex with the more character that they added into the game, but we will see in the future. Honestly, things are going so well right now for me, and I don't need any of this. And obviously, the one in the left is gonna be Yanagi's weapon. You can tell to the color scheme itself. And normally, it's very interesting for the electric. I already have Grace though. I know she's gonna be better than Grace, but we will see. I will not be pulling for any electric unit, especially just recently. I built my Anton. I built my Grace. I'm trying to be NB as well. So I'm currently having a lot of characters to focus on. There's just not enough stamina to build up all these characters. Even my Caesar that I've gotten a long time already, I suppose, but still not fully leveled up. Kind of insane, to be honest. All new Bamboo. Now I'm just gonna say it right away. We don't need this Bamboo. We legit don't need A rank Bamboo at all. I get that the design is nice, and some of you probably think like that, that you want to you want to use this bamboo, but no, you wouldn't. It will not hold on to you any long than you think it will. It will just be for a moment. Maybe you like the design, you want to test it out, but sooner or later you come to realize that it doesn't do enough damage because it's an A rank bamboo, even the free one. I don't get why they even bother doing a free bamboo when it comes to A rank. If they want to do a free bamboo, make it S rank because this is gonna be very useless for everybody. I would much prefer they would just give a weapon just like before this. They give like a weapon that is fitting for Z1. Of course, I don't use it for Z1 because I have another weapon that is good for her. But that's the thing. Before this, they also gave like Lucy, and I think it would be so much better if they focus on characters and weapons, W engines, by the way. And they don't need this bamboo A rank because it's so easy to get S rank bamboo in this game. There's just so many boopons in this game. Boopons is, by the way, is pulling materials for you to pull for bamboo. So why even bother giving A rank Bamboo, right? It's pretty much useless at the end of the day. Despite that, the designs are very nice. I have to admit, I kind of like this red coat, red jacket Bamboo. It looks really cute. Unfortunately, I'm probably never gonna use it. So the new area is kind of nice. It's kind of cozy as well. It's part of the Lumina Square, I think, because you can see this one character that you've seen in the background for a very long time already, and it seems like he has a new shop, and it's very odd because it seems like this new shop is focused on some gallery setups. I think I don't really know. It's like collectible items. It's very weird that they do this. I don't know why. Maybe they want us to play the game and like have some collections into the game, make us play longer, have something to look forward into. Maybe it'll be fun for some people, right? You see, this gacha games itself, the characters are the collectibles for us. Maybe in the future they even let you collect some figurines for your characters. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it'll be interesting. Maybe it won't. It's not for me though, but we will see. Signal search event. Now I kind of like what they're trying to do. It seems like every single patch they're doing the same thing. How you can kind of see all the 4 stars already. You can prepare for everything already. And here we got NB and Billy in Yanagi's banner. Unlike Genshin Impact or even Wuthering Waves, you can't really see the 4 stars right away. And all these characters, they all have like their own signatures. So it's kind of nice to know the weapons as well right away. You don't really need to think too hard. There's no pressure in this game. It's very cozy. It's very casual. Of course, we got the lightest character as well. We got Ben and Corinne. Now, my Ben is already at a max Mindscape, and Corinne, on the other hand, I don't even bother using. I'm trying to build Ben. I've been saying this all the time in my videos. Like, I want to build Ben. I'm trying to build Ben, but I've never tried. I've never gotten to max Ben at all whatsoever. He's still at a low level, but he has all his driver discs already. He legit have all the driver discs already. I don't need to do anything. All I need to do is just level up. But I'm still focusing on building Caesar and Bernice. I'm trying to build all these other characters, and recently just got Kaleda and Rina, I believe that's her name, the ghost girl, ghost lady. That's the thing. I have so much character in this game, and trying to build all these characters, trying to max them out, it's getting pretty annoying because there's just so much to do. And that's like these things where you have to focus on like the Lobok team, the whole Victoria thing with the Rina, Lycon, and Ellen and all that stuff, right? And you're gonna have like a Section 6 team. It's quite a lot to think about. At the moment, I'm just in a current state where I should, of course, build the 5 star, the S rank character first, and just forget about the A rank. At the moment, my only build A rank is probably Lucy, Sokaku, and Anton. Anton is because there is no DPS unit for Electric just yet. We do have like Yanagi soon, which is gonna be an anomaly DPS, I believe. I don't really know. I'm not a guide maker or anything. But yeah, this is the issue with the game right now for me. It's just building characters. And here we have like a tradition thing, how they always try to do like a every time there's a new patch opening, we give like a free limited 10 pulls. And that is kind of great, but I don't want them to, forget about this. They need to continue doing this for every single opening of the new patch. They need to keep doing this. This is something they do now. And if they remove it all of a sudden, it will definitely ruin the game and will put hate towards the game. The problem I have with Wuthering Waves, now I'm gonna mention Wuthering Waves here because recently they kind of added a new way. Yes, you still get a 10 pool, but they add standard pools within the other limited pools as well. They kind of combine it. Before this, they did give like a lot of limited pools, and trying to change that, it will ruin the game. People will definitely hate on the game, even if you are very generous about the game, right? And I know Wuthering Waves also give like standard pools through some sort of mini events, and it's nice, but they also don't give like standard pools when you level up a characters or something. Now this game, like Genshin Impact, other Hoyoverse game, if you level up a characters, they give like a standard pools. You see what I mean here? Just don't change it. Try to keep it as simple as possible. Make this a tradition. Every single patch, give like a temple. That's all I'm saying. And Bupon, of course, the same way. You get a free temple every single opening, and that's just nice, isn't it? Now we have a really cool illustration here. Now let's go to the optimization. There's a new QOL, and I did read about this already. It's not much of a QOL. It's just a bunch of FOMO reduction in a way. They try to make you spend less time as possible in the game. As you can see, unfinished daily mission with routine go button. The whole thing about this optimization QOL is a lot of ways to make you play the game a lot easier. You have like combat tab update. They give you like a new tab. Instead of going to some store, instead of going to investigate training, you can just click to your menus and then just go to shield defense right away. Go to Holo Zero right away. it gets very easy. You no longer need to go to a certain location to do these things, right? New tactics tab, all that stuff. It's the same thing, right? Now, this is the second one. This seems like a very important QOL on the other hand, but it's also at the same time, it's not something I was annoyed in the first place. Material crafting dismantling assist. Before this, you have a level 1 material, and then you go to level 2, and then you have to go to level 3. But instead of that, they can just let you go from level 1 to level 3 right away. It's not a big deal, but they're trying to make you have like an easier way to craft this stuff, right? It's not something that annoyed people in the first place, but they try to make a change to make it easier. The same thing goes to driver this as well. You have to go to bardic needles before this, and then remove your leveled up drive this, the one that you don't want, kind of dismantle them, turn it into some sort of ESP. But this time, you don't need to do that anymore. You can just go ahead and do it in your menu. It gets very easy. Same thing right here. New sorting option to for driver this is it all gets very easier. And instead of going to some places, go to some different locations, you just go to your bag and then just do your thing. Pin agents and Bangboo, you just add a pinning function where you know a character that is important to you, character that you play a lot, also the Bamboo that you use a lot on them, and you see that in the first thing you pop up in the selection screen. So friend system optimization. Optimize the friend system by expanding the size of the name card, adding a section. On the other hand, it's really not so much. The the update itself is just focusing on the name card and adding section to display titles and badges. So it's just to show off what you have right to your friends and stuff like that. Really not much to talk about. This one, on the other hand, is something I'm very excited about. This is a new endgame content, simulated battle trial. You go to these floors. It's very much similar to a roguelike game. Now, before this, I say the same thing about the Hollow Zero. It is a roguelike system, and this one, you go from the bottom of the floor. It seems to be like some sort of boss rush where you fight bosses after bosses after bosses. Like it will be like something like an elite boss, elite boss, elite boss, and then it goes harder and harder and harder to the top. It's gonna be so good. Now, what I'm trying to say is also like you don't have healers in this game. You only have Caesar. What are you gonna do? All these times, I recommend people to pull for Caesar because I think she's the most versatile unit and probably the only character that can be used in all the other teams as well. She's such a good unit, and if you don't have her, I don't know. I don't know how you're gonna do this. It might be very difficult. It might not be as easy as the other content in the game because it is a roguelike game, and maybe they don't heal you and all that stuff. Who knows, right? But it's very exciting. I can't wait to play this. It looks so cool. So the mystery of Abagio Fault is not what you think it is. It's not a combat system. It's gonna be focusing a lot on the TV part of the game. So this community, Zenless on Zero community, kind of split into two in a way. There's some people that don't like TV. There's some people that likes TV, and they tried. The dev kind of tried to make these two part of the team coexist together. As you can see, even the Hollow Zero, if you go to the Blitz, if you go to the 9-Ver, fighting 9-Ver in the Hollow Zero, you can see that there's two parts of this 9-Ver mode is. One of them has a TV system and the other doesn't. They really are trying, and in a way I kind of appreciate it. I don't want to hate on them too much. I don't want to complain about these things. You can have it. The people that likes TV can have it. Honestly, it's fine. I don't hate the TV as much as some other people does because I do just see it as a way to get more rewards and content into the game. Virtual Battlefield Mayhem, another one of these. This is just an event stuff. So the VR is when you go to the HIA thing, and then you kind of have this thing where you have to fight bosses to collect your materials, right? The boss mats and all that stuff. So it seems like it's gonna go through that part of the game where you just fight bosses. Who knows, right? We're not getting enough info here. When sandwich come now, do I need to talk about this? Before this, we also have like a main event. Main event, by the way, but we have to cook dishes for our characters. It's kind of weird, but at the same time, I just see it as like free rewards. You know, it's easy enough to get rewards. It's fine. I can put my characters after this, and then I can play some Hollow Zero or any other combat contents in this game. That's just so much already. Do I need to ask more? Not really. So in a way, it's just again, it's just an easy way for you to get some content in the game and assistant program. Following up with Alumi, taking commemorative. Okay, do I need to say any more? It's pretty self-explanatory. Taking commemorative photos. Genshin Impact does it. Wuthering Wave does it. Do I need to say any more? Not really. Yeah, we're gonna be taking photos. It's not that big of a deal. Help Kai. Others just ignore its cries from Enna. You are the only one who can help it. Now, I've seen this part of the clip already, and it's just us doing some sort of chores. I'm gonna bring up Wuthering Waves again. Now Wuthering Waves have this thing where what is called Wuthering Exploration, and all you have to do is basically just do some sort of chores, do some sort of daily commission and all that stuff. Use your 120 wave plates and all that stuff. Yeah, it's the same thing. You do those things, you fight boss, you fight mobs, enemies, and all that. Play Hollow Zero, you get rewarded by it, and it's a daily thing, I believe. It's not really much to talk about other than it being a chore or just free rewards by doing some daily commission. And here's the code for those who haven't redeemed it yet. Overall, I don't think it's a bad patch whatsoever. I think we're getting a lot of new contents, new endgame. That is probably the best part and the only thing I need. And I'm hoping that the new endgame content will be something like a boss rush, and it's gonna be really hard, like the new ambush note from the Shu defense. That would be great. That would be insane to have that. When it comes to the story, I do like the story of the Suns Colliding. Actually, I really enjoyed it. I actually played it in my stream, kind of chilling. I'm starting to enjoy this game more and more when it comes to the story as well, instead of just focusing on the combat. You know. Also, I don't want to be that guy, but if you were to go to Hoyo Lab and then you click this interest group right here, just go to Zenless on Zero. You can see right around here, redemption code, virtual revenge. Just click redeem and it's all done. Like you just go ahead and click redeem. Honestly, it's just that easy. uh I don't know why anyone is still like trying to show like, hey, you can just go to virtual revenge. They made it so simple for you nowadays, even in Genshin Impact and all that stuff. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. See ya.